A couple different progressions for this one to show you. You guys can kind of play around with it and test it out. So we're going up against the wall. Just this will give you a guide to know whether you're shifting in the rib cage hips or not. So the shoulder is going to be butted up against the wall. Should have some space against the hips there. And then the one side is going to be on a yoga block that's closest to the wall. Other knee is going to be on the ground. Think about, you're not allowed to shift towards the wall as you lift. So think about a little rope pulling this hip bone or the femur, which brings the knee up. So you're gonna use your toes as a pivot point. And if you were to have a wall right here as well, get those toes and feet flat as you can against this. So push that knee back. So those feet are trying to be as flat as possible. This knee's coming up to a hover. Just big breath into the thoracic spine once you're there. And then moving this. So if that feels okay, if that's a good enough progression for you, just doing simply that portion of this is okay. So we'll rotate up. If that's a challenge through here, that's okay. Big transverse draw. And then now you're slowly gonna think about pointing your toe. So bring your leg off the ground using your glute, hamstring, and a quad squeeze. You're not gonna go up. You're gonna go straight across like you're driving through the wall behind you, doing a leg press. And now point your toe as far away like a ballerina as you can. Awesome. So now we're focusing mostly on the quad hamstring squeeze, but that we do want the quad on, sorry, glute hamstring squeeze with the quad turned on because of that reciprocal inhibition of that tightness. And then last time we're going to draw that waist. Good. And hold there a little bit more up into my hand here. Good. So when you do that, if you can finish that high hamstring squeeze and just make sure we're checking that pelvis isn't dumping again. And we're one last time with that high hamstring glute. So when you go up with the high hamstring glute connection, it's going to want to dump the hip capsule, or sorry, not the hip capsule, but the pelvis at the top there. That's going to get forced down to the ground. You can relax, Krizzy. So really pay attention to the front pelvis right here. As you go up here, it's going to push that down forward. So keep that locked, sucking up with the same cue you started with. Okay.